Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who have not met me as yet, my name's Jill. I live in Australia and I'm crochet crazy. Righto, today's video is going to be more like a story. So if I was you, I'd go and grab a cuppa, sit down somewhere comfy before we get started. I'm just going to run off and get a cup of tea. I'm coming, you guys. Did that without a spill. Hey guys, just before I start today's video, I just want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my video, given me likes and the comments. Oh, they're just so lovely. And I really feel like being here, I am connecting more closely to you all. So that's just a wonderful thing. And secondly, for bearing with me, my videos I can see on TV are very blown out, whereas on my phone, they look perfect. And I'm editing them just a titch like I do for an Instagram post. But it looks like things come out differently on YouTube. So hang in there. The first bunch that I've made will be like that. And then I'm going to stop editing it altogether and see how it turns out, because we don't want it blown out anymore. Another thing I need to do today is offer a massive big thank you to Jenni at In My Spare Time Crochet. She and I have been on Instagram virtually the whole time that I've been there. She's a lovely Insta friend and a lovely lady. She sent out a big shout out for me on her last video. That's just so kind and so appreciated. Go and have a little look at hers. She has a totally different way of doing things than I do, which is great. I always look forward to her videos and wish she could put 2 a week up. Is that selfish of me? Anyway, go and check out her YouTube and her Instagram. It's at In My Spare Time Crochet. How crochet all began for me might sound like a story of woe, but it actually isn't. It's a story of lots of surprise and wonderment. Okay, it had been about 10 years and I'd had numerous surgeries, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things, you know, that health spiral that happens sometimes. I was bored, lonely, so isolated and felt really, really useless. So I read a book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and the main message of that book was to just start something. Doesn't matter what it is, just something, because I was at a real loss as to what to do with myself. So I had a go at knitting and that caused me too much pain. I thought, I'll try crochet, be open-minded. And I found that I was able to do some of that. Yes, it caused me pain, not as bad as the knitting, and I was actually able to do it. So I told my husband what I was going to do and he said, "You've got to be kidding. That's old lady stuff." And I said, no it isn't anymore. I was only on Facebook back then, so I found the Australian Crochet group and looked and learnt and was amazed by what I saw the ladies there make. In that group, of course I saw blankets created from the patterns from Hooked on Sunshine. So I started going down many little rabbit holes, and boy was I amazed. Okay, amazed. I was really amazed. I then discovered that Hooked on Sunshine was going to run a cowl, and of course I didn't know what a cowl was. I just asked heaps of questions. So a cowl being a crochet along. I went and had a look into it, and look what I found. The Atlanticus. And I loved how it had a little story with it too. Already it was feeling so very meaningful. But this was a little while off. So I bought the Sunshine Mandala pattern, which I made up for a gift for my mother-in-law. So she has the blanket now. I've just got a few little photos I'll pop in and show you. So this was the start of things to come. So the cowl began, and each week I was amazed by, oh, look at the colours as well. I was learning all about different yarns, and back then I called it all wool because that's how it used to be when we were younger. Making this even blew me away back then because I'd only known about granny squares. And I was just blown away. I just don't have the words to succinctly explain how I was feeling. All different feelings on all different levels. Amazed, thankful, amazed, and amazement comes up a lot for a number of reasons. We would post our pictures each week once we had done that part, and the ladies were just so nice. You see, I'd just come out of a career in nursing where it's pretty bloody rough. And then when you go through a workers' comp drama with a back injury, well, then you really see a side of humans that I didn't know really existed. So to have these ladies being just so lovely and supportive really changed my outlook on life. Literally, crochet turned my life around. So one of them mentioned Instagram because, I would say things like, how amazing this is, how nice. One of them mentioned Instagram, and I said, but isn't that only for people, beautiful people in their selfies? Because I had never looked into Instagram, and that is what the talk on the street is. I was a little bit nervous about it because of that, but boy, was I proven wrong. Again, all the hearsay was totally incorrect. Well, it's there, but no one told me of all the different corners of Instagram that each different craft occupies. So I popped myself on there, looked for some crochet accounts, started following, and then again, you guys just blew me away, blew me out of the water. I started developing friendships, chatting in DMs, and you'll notice that my comments are always a little bit more than, one or two words. So I no longer felt lonely. I had friends, and even some of those friends had ill health like me. So you can see how it was nothing but a positive experience. During that time, the lady that actually taught me to crochet when I was a little girl used to live next door to me. I found her on the Facebook group, and she had just started doing the Hooked on Sunshine patterns as well and didn't know a few things. And I was actually able to help her. That was a really poignant moment in time. It was like the student was teaching and giving back to the teacher. Again, another amazing moment. Lots of these little amazing moments happened, and I'm hoping that you experience those as well. So just throw yourself into whatever it may be, and even though you don't know much about it, you soon see things occur that you never thought existed. All right, so here is my beautiful Atlanticus blanket. I love him. I say him, I call it a him so much. I made this from Bendigo Woolen Mills luxury brand. I made this from Bendigo Woolen Mills luxury, what do you call it? I made this from Bendigo Woolen Mills luxury. I made this from Bendigo Woolen Mills luxury yarn. It is so soft, so durable. It's an 8-ply. I used a 4mm hook. Probably could have used a 4.5, but I did not know anything back then except the basics. This blanket is 8 years old. It has peeled a little bit, but you expect that. Not too much. I'm not disappointed by it at all. So every winter, hubby and I put this blanket on our bed, and it's like a weighted blanket. It just makes everything better. So warm, so snug, so comfy. And you wouldn't believe this one can just go straight in the washing machine. Each time it comes out looking fabulous. It does not disappoint in any way. So that's how it all began. It began through a series of steps of which I was completely unaware, but they happened. They happened because I decided to do something, just get something started. I knew that I didn't want to sit on the lounge feeling miserable and sorry for myself. So I thought there has to be a way around this, just do something. And what a world I found. We're going to talk more about this whole world of crochet that we live in. It really is something else. It's a lifesaver for many of us. I love being able to say that I live a crochet life. Lots of friends and family have no idea the depth of what that means, but you guys do. I know you do. So Instagram wasn't the big bad place that it was made out to be. In fact, it was the opposite. Yes, I know there's the old algorithm problem and our work isn't seen by as many people as it once was. But us stalwarts are still there, still making the best of it and enjoying what we can. I was going to leave reading patterns for another session, but what I'd like to tell beginner crocheters or, advanced beginners that feel nervous about a pattern like this, what I did, because I was you back then, as the pattern would go, right, I would crochet along the things that I knew, and then not only did Vanessa put really good instructions on how to do a stitch, I would just go straight to Google, straight to YouTube, and watch what that stitch was. Okay, so I'd go along with my crocheting, doing the pattern as where I knew how, and then when a stitch would pop up that I'd never heard of, go to YouTube, learn that one, do it so it sinks in, and then keep going, rinse, repeat. And that is how I learnt how to read crochet patterns, is just by looking up what you don't know. So don't be too scared just dive in and have a go, because you'll be okay. There's plenty of YouTube videos there that show all the different stitches. Already I'm feeling a sense of community here. It's just so lovely. Already I'm feeling a sense of community here, and I've only put up 2 videos. This is what I love about you girls. Now, I hope over the time I can be of inspiration for you, that I can be a help. You know, to sing out for help, just ask something in the comments. I'm more than happy to help you, because at heart, I'm an enabler. I'm a naughty little enabler, especially when there would be a cow on Instagram. I would always put out and shout out and say, okay, you girls, who's going to do this with me? And it just brings me so much joy. You know, how much joy do we have here? If you're not on Instagram already, do yourself a favor and go over there and have a look. Look up my account, which is at gumleaf_crochet_and_yarn. That's a hard one, I know. And look up Jenni's at In My Spare Time Crochet and check out what it's all about. It really is a wondrous place to be. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the algorithm. You just join in with our friendship group, and you'll really feel like you belong. Nowadays, I'm far from bored and lonely and useless. I've just got so much to do. I'm actually really very busy, and it's all crochet related. Who'd have thought? I'm going to go and pop our blanket back on our bed, because it's really icy cool here at the moment, and do some more crochet today. Got to start organising the granny squares for Granny Square Day, which is on the 15th of August. Every year we celebrate Granny Square Day. It's a lot of fun. Pop a photo up of one of your favourite granny squares, and you hashtag Granny Square Day 2024. And I spend time there looking through that hashtag to see all the granny squares that everyone has made. Some people will make a virtual granny square blanket just by taking photos of each person's square and popping it in a grid, and that looks fantastic too. So there's things to be seen and done on the 15th of August. Anyway, before I get rambling, I will go. I thank you again so much. I'm really, really enjoying your company. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment. I'm always up for a chat. Please subscribe, and also tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for everything, guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.